Well, good evening, everyone. This is Steve Fisher. I want to welcome you to our webinar tonight. I'm excited to be on and joined with Ryan Morris, one of our top 10 money earners and national director with Stream, and we're looking forward to sharing this information with you. I'll introduce Ryan and let him kind of introduce you to our company and tell you a little bit of his story of how he got started and what this business has done for him. I did want to show you this picture of Ryan with, it's pretty special. His mom just got a brand new Tesla as well, but they are both individually national directors with Stream and both got brand new Teslas from our company, which is a pretty amazing feat. I mean, that's pretty huge. And so I'm excited for you to hear from Ryan tonight. Ryan is a great friend of mine and just a tremendous leader in our company. He's built an enormous organization, retired at a very young age, and I don't want to take his thunder. I'll let him tell his story to you and what this business has done for him. But just know you're listening to our number 8 money earner in the company. He's one of the Stream millionaires. He's just built an enormous organization. So please welcome my good buddy, Ryan Morris. Are you there, Ryan?
Steve, can you hear me okay?
Man, I can hear you great.
Yeah, I had no idea you were going to throw that picture up, and it just makes me smile and it makes me just warm all over. I was fortunate enough to get in this business with my mom. That's my mom, Martha Troy. She lives up in Fort Worth, and I'm in Austin. And I'm so thrilled. She sponsored me, and I've kind of been chasing her in this business for many years. And then we kind of play back and forth because I actually surpassed her on the income scale and got the Tesla first. But it's been a fun, playful, great rivalry. It's been more of a accountability partners because such an honor to see her get her. She just got her Tesla here 2 weeks ago, and that picture really makes me happy because guys, dreams can come true. This business I never thought in a million years would let me retire at the age of 28 years old, and to do this webinar with Steve Fisher. Steve is one of the original mentors of mine, one of the first millionaires in this business, and I have learned so much from you at the very beginning and followed really your system to end up where we are here that you pioneered at the beginning. So, Steve, thank you for the kind introduction. I guess we'll get started. Guys, a little bit more about me. I was a personal banker when I started this business. I did home equity loans, personal loans. I was actually number 2 in the state as far as home equity loans were concerned, and I got a 3% raise in 3 years. 3% in 3 years. And I was really frustrated with that. I wanted more income, and so I started working this business 1 day a week. I live in Austin, Texas. That is not deregulated. I can't even be my own customer, and I started working this 1 day a week up in Round Rock, Texas, and I called my friends and family in Fort Worth that I grew up with because that was deregulated too. And in about 1 year and 1 month's time, I had was making my income at the bank, my salary bank income. I was making residually, passively on the side with Stream. About a year and 8 months into the business, just short of 2 years, I was actually had doubled my full-time salary with my part-time Stream business residually, and that was about the time I started thinking about leaving the bank. And about 3 years in, I actually did leave the bank at the age of 28. I was 25 when I started, left when I was 28. And guys, I have been fortunate enough to see this company, what they say they're going to do, what they actually do when they open these states, and then the lives they change afterwards. And it is the results speak for themselves. And let's talk about those results right now as we look. If you'll pay attention to your screen, you'll see right there, that's our corporate office, Stream Energy. It's in Dallas, Texas. We have over 1 million customers now in all the 6 states that we're in. We've paid out over $250 million, hundreds of millions paid out to commissions, people like you and I, and we're the 9th largest direct selling company in North America. I mean, our statistics just speak for themselves. There's no question or doubt about who Stream is, a company. We have proven success. The way we've gotten that success is we focused on really three services. We have energy services, gas and electricity in certain states that allow it. We have now mobile services nationwide. We've partnered with two of the largest networks in the country. And we have protective services, which is identity theft, credit monitoring. In a day when people's cards are getting stolen and social security numbers are being watched, we have services that can help protect you against that. And it just goes right along the line with, we are a services company. We want services that pay you and I residually, that we can help customers buy, that are going to be automatic every month. So how does deregulated energy work, guys? This is our bread and butter. This is how we made our first $7 billion. This is really the foundation of who Stream is. No matter what state you're in, the main thing to realize is that it doesn't matter who you pick as your energy provider, your poles and wires remain the same. Customers can choose who their electricity provider is, but it's not like your poles and wire change. The biggest misconception about talking about energy is people think there's this big plug in the back of your house, and when you change companies, you unplug that and like replug it in. Guys, it doesn't work like that. We're all on the same grid. So when you switch your energy, there is no cost. There is no charge. There is no strings attached. The only question is how much are you paying and who are you paying it to? But the reliability remains the same. The network remains the same. So deregulated energy creates opportunities because, guys, with competition, if everybody is getting the same energy, and the only real question is how much are you paying for it, competition creates lower prices. And that's why deregulation is a great thing for everybody. And, of course, Stream Energy has some of the lowest prices because all of our marketing is done through friends and family. We'll talk about that in just a second. But for total revenue, Stream Energy and now Cellular has made $7 billion in just 6 states. $7 billion with a B in just 6 states. We've started in Texas. I watched as this company exploded. We opened Georgia in 2008, then Pennsylvania in 2011, and we spread out to the Northeast. And guys, each time we go open a new state, it's a proven fact. History repeats itself. We shatter records in every market we've been in. Every market we've been, we've set records, we've shattered records, and we've made $7 billion now in just our first 10 years in just 6 states. But the beautiful part, the part that we're all just so excited about, is our second wave of opportunities here. And now, obviously, if you look at your screen, all of our states are blue. We're nationwide. We're cellular. We've got mobile services by Stream now. And right now in 2015, we have partnered with 2 of the largest 4 networks in the country to make sure that we can have coverage everywhere. Those 4 companies you see on the screen, T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon, they have all of the infrastructure, the hardware of everything basically in the country. All of the MVNOs, the mobile virtual network operators, the Metros, the Boosts, the Virgins, the Crickets, they use one of those networks that you see, one of the major 4 networks basically. They partner with and use those networks. Well, Stream, just like those other companies, has actually partnered with 2 of those 4. We have partnered with both AT&T and Sprint. The 2 technologies, the GSM, the SIM cards, and the CDMA, this is too much information, but just understand, we wanted both technologies in your hands, both networks that you can choose from, and really it's just a choice for the customer of what's a better fit. We're not trying to force a round peg in a square hole. We want you to decide which network and which phone company is good for you. So we've picked both. Well, why have we gone to cell phones when we've had so much success with energy? Guys, we went to phones because it's a life essential need, just like energy, and it's a service everybody uses. And we have the 2 major networks in the United States. We have both sides of them. We have 2 different options. We have the benefit of really everything, because you can either have individual plans or family plans, shared plans. You can also have plans that start at $30 a month, and that last one, even though we can all read it, no long-term contracts. Guys, we have the benefit of long-term contract pricing. But month to month, there is no contract. If you don't like us, you can just switch right back to whoever you were with. You can change immediately, and you don't have to worry about those pesky contracts that really I think we all can say we don't like. So Our final product with Stream, or our product's final service, I should say, is protective services. What this is identity protection, tech support, and credit monitoring. Guys, this is a service that, let's all face it, we all know someone that has had identity theft. My mom actually had 6 cell phones delivered to her house. Her credit card got stolen, and people tried to use her social security number. So this service that Stream offers helps watch your credit. And guys, no information is good information. They just sent me an email every month that says, hey, we haven't seen any fraudulent activity. Everything looks good. And if there is something that looks like kind of funny, they notify you immediately. It's a great service. So that's our third service that we offer. But our real bread and butter, again, is the energy and the mobile services now, which is nationwide, are the two products that are services that we really focus the most on. And why can we have such competitive pricing that we talked about earlier? Why are we doing so well? Guys, traditional advertising, businesses go out and what they do is they try to get hopeful advertising. They're hoping their billboards, they're hoping their commercials, they're hoping you're going to watch whatever it is, their door knockers are coming, they're hoping you're going to be home, and they're hoping you're going to become their customer. But all that hoping and advertising costs a lot of money that's just being thrown out the window. And who pays for that? The customer does. So what Stream's figured out is the fastest form of advertising is actually the cheapest. Word of mouth. It's a friend telling a friend. You do it every day. You just refer a company that you like. And why do people listen to you? Because you're trusted. Your friends and family. Guys, think about it. I'm not going to refer my mom to something that's probably not a good product or that's something that's cheaper. I think it's important to remember we've made $7 billion based on people we love and respect, and we have to have good pricing. Well, how do we have that, guys? We use relationship. We go out and get a customer, and we're not hoping anything. We know exactly where that customer is coming from, and when they come to the table, instead of wasting on money on advertising, we give the savings to the customer, to you, to pass it on to our friends and family, because we don't have any advertising costs. So the customers get a lower bill. The associate gets residual passive wealth every time that customer pays their bill, which, guys, electricity, cell phones, I mean, let's be honest, you pay for it. Even if you lose your job, you're going to pay for it every month. And then Stream keeps the last bit of that revenue, the profit on there, and they should, because the company that feeds us, we definitely want to be profitable. We are a for-profit business, and the customer wins with the lower bill. The associate, you win with residual income, and Stream wins now with obviously a large customer base that's loyal, that stays around. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it off, guys. Now that you understand deregulation, the bottom line to understand is to be a customer costs nothing. It is free to switch. It costs nothing, and we're cheaper. But how do you make money with this? And guys, there's nobody better to talk about this. He is the #2 income earner in our company, in our $7 billion company. He's the #2 income earner. He is in the first class of national directors, the newest, highest position that we were I say given, but Steve definitely earned every bit of it. A $100,000 Model S Tesla electric car that we've just been honored the blessing to be got. And Steve has created more 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners in this company than just about anybody. But more than that, he's become a good friend of ours. Mr. Steve Fisher, are you there?
Hey, I am Ryan, and you did a great job of introducing everyone to Stream and this great company that we have and the opportunity that we have. And I appreciate you being on with me tonight. This is it's great to work with you. And guys, just so you know, it's Ryan and I have kind of teamed up here to now as new national directors to build our national director codes together and benefit from each other. And so I'm excited this is the first webinar we've done together, and we're going to do lots more of them. So we appreciate you being on with us tonight. And before I jump into the compensation plan, I'll just tell you real quickly about myself and my background, just so you'll know where I'm coming from. But prior to Stream, I was with American Airlines for 17 years. I was a senior analyst of airport operations for American system-wide, so my plate was full. I was traveling a lot. I was one of those guys that was too busy to do anything else, and I wasn't even looking for anything else. But I got a phone call one day from a friend of mine that was someone I had known for over 10 years and had a lot of respect for. He was a vice president with a major international corporation. He also owned several franchises, and he was just one of those guys that always made money. And my wife and I knew that about him. And he called me one day out of the blue, and he said, Steve, I found a way that we can get paid residual income on electricity. When people pay their electric bill or even their gas bill, we can get paid. And no one had ever said that to me before. And coming from this gentleman, I was intrigued. I knew if he was involved, there was money to be made. I knew the company would be credible, and I knew it was worth my time to listen. And so when I saw the presentation that you're seeing tonight and I saw what this company was doing, it just made a lot of sense to me. I knew it would work. I got excited about it. And we started getting people in front of this information as quickly as possible. And it's been totally life changing for me and my family. And today, this is all I do. I spend the majority of my time just helping other people succeed in this business as we have. And it's been very rewarding, not only financially, but in so many other ways as well. And hopefully, you'll see some of that tonight. So let's jump right in. And I want to show you just how you can partner with Stream and create leverage using the systems that they already have in place to help you succeed. I love this quote: successful people utilize systems to create duplication and leverage time. And that's what we're going to show you how to do tonight. So we have a very simple business plan. We just enroll a few customers through our warm market, people that we know, people that we love, people that we do business with. And then we teach others how they can get paid to do the same thing. And it's actually through that process. As you build a team of people all doing a little bit, you can create leverage that allows you to get paid on hundreds or thousands or even tens of thousands of customers each and every month. Now, to start your business with Stream is $375, and that gives you all the tools and training and support that you need to successfully launch your business. We also have what's called the Stream Marketing System, and this is a group of replicated websites, which simply means everyone's website looks the same. Yours would just be branded with your information. Customers can go to your personal website and click on Get Services, and they can get any of Stream's services right there on your personal website where you get credit for it. Prospects can go there and see video presentations about our business, and they can immediately join as an associate on your team just by clicking on Join Stream on your website. And again, in 3 to 5 minutes, they can be an associate on your team. They can have their website set up immediately. They can start building their business immediately. So it's a very duplicatable system that you're plugging into. It also includes your Power Center, which is your back office management system. You can manage your entire business right online, see exactly how many associates you have, how many customers they have, what level they're on. By that, you'll know what your checks are every month, and you can even view those checks right online in that back office management system. So this is a great tool to help you build your business. And last, it includes a subscription to Success on Demand. And so this is a great thing as well that gets you in that frame of mind of making yourself better, personal development, and that helps you build your Stream business. Now, this whole package is $24.95 per month. It's the only overhead that we have as Stream business owners. And I love that. I think we all know what's going on in the economy right now. There's a lot of small businesses and even big businesses that are laying hundreds or thousands of people off just to make ends meet and survive in this economy. And so I want you to look at this tonight from a business perspective. I don't have a storefront that I have to pay for. I don't have any inventory that I have to deal with, and or employees and all the headaches that come along with that, like payroll and payroll taxes and staffing, all that stuff that none of us want to have to mess with. I don't have to mess with in my business, but yet I've got a business that allows me to generate significant income, and that's what we want to show you tonight. There's actually 4 ways that you can earn income with our company: our free everything program, personal customer bonuses, team customer bonuses, and monthly earned income, which is the residual side of our business. And I'm going to break down all 4 of those for you tonight so you'll know exactly how you can partner with Stream and start earning income immediately. First of all, let's talk about that free everything program. I kind of like the sound of that. I hope you do too. But we started out not too long ago. Our company rolled out a free energy program and allowed our associates and our customers to earn free energy just by simply referring customers to Stream. Well, you'll be glad to know that they're rolling that into our mobile offering as well. So when you get 15 customers, either energy, if you get 15 energy customers, then you've earned free energy. If you get 15 mobile customers, then you've earned free mobile. Now we have what's called the Highway to Freedom, and I want to show you how that works with our mobile offering. When you refer just 5 customers, they're going to give you a $20 credit on your mobile bill. When you refer 5 more for a total of 10, they give you a $40 credit per month on your mobile bill. And then when you refer just 5 more for a total of 15, then you've earned your free mobile. And that's $85 a month. That's over $1,000 a year in free mobile. Now, one of the things I like to point out, guys, is what I love about this is I think we can all agree tonight, energy and mobile are two things that are built into everyone's budget. Those are essential services. Those are things we have to have, and we have to pay those bills each and every month, because otherwise they turn off your electricity or they turn off your mobile. And I think we would all say on the webinar tonight, we don't want to do it without either one of those, right? And I think we could also all agree tonight that we're going to be paying these bills the rest of our lives, right? I think it's here to stay. Mobile's here to stay. Energy's here to stay. And so I knew I could build a business around that. But what if you can show people how to make those bills go away? I mean, isn't that powerful, where you can start showing people how to get free energy and free mobile? Because I always say, a penny saved is a penny what? Earned. So that's money back in your pocket that normally goes out of your pocket every month. And to me, that's another form of residual income. So getting started with Stream. When you pay that $375, you're what we call a director. And then you can gather those energy customers, mobile customers, protective services. And we've got the system in place to help you accomplish that. We've got simple training videos in your Power Center that are right at your fingertips, and training on every aspect of our business is in that back office, and you can go through it at your own time, as quickly or as slowly as you want. And then we've got an experienced team of leaders that are assigned to you to help you build your Stream business and give you that support, that boots on the ground support to help you succeed in your business. And that's really what Ryan and I are doing tonight. That's why we're partnering with you to help you build your Stream business. Now, when you get started, the next part of that, those 4 ways that we earn is your personal customer bonuses, right? So when you get those first 5 customers, then you earn a 100. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Uh-oh. Give me a second, guys. I hit a wrong button here. Technology, I love it. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we are. There we are. So when you get those first 5 customers, you're going to earn that first $100 bonus. And that's if you do that within your first 30 days in the business. Now, when you get 5 more for a total of 10 in your first 60 days, that's another $100 bonus. And then 5 more for a total of 15, that's a $200 bonus, and they give you 90 days to do that. So you can see that that's $400 just on your own personal customer gathering efforts. And keep in mind, what I just shared with you, not only do you get paid to do this, but you also earn free energy by doing this, okay? So what a great thing. They pay you to get the customers, and then they give you yours free. So I love that about this. Now, developing your team is how you expand your customer base, because you don't want to do this all on your own. This is not about you going out and becoming an electricity or mobile salesperson. It's not about you trying to get hundreds or thousands of customers yourself. We just get a few customers, and then we build a team of people who do the same. And that's where that leverage comes in. And we're going to show you how to do that tonight. So here's our fall leadership drive. We have a promotion in place right now that actually runs to December 31st. So the rest of this year, this promotion is in place, and you're just not going to believe how much money Stream has put on the table for all of us. Here's how it works. When you get started and you get those 5 customer points, remember you're getting that $100 bonus, but when you sponsor 2 people that get their customer points, and I do want to show that the first part of that promotion is that it's been dropped to 4 customer points. Okay, so instead of 5 customers, you only need 4 customer points during this promotion. For the rest of the year, you can get qualified with those 4 customer points. You get that $100 bonus. When those 2 associates get their 4 customer points, you also get a $100 bonus, your team customer bonus. And that also promotes you to our first leadership position of regional director, just by completing what we call UN2. That's all it is. Our entire compensation plan is built around this UN2 model, and everyone getting qualified. That normally pays, if you do that in your first 30 days, it normally pays $100 bonus. But I want you to see that during this promotion, that has been changed to $700. That makes that $1,000 for just completing your UN2, and on top of that, they're going to throw in a brand new Stream custom tablet that's preloaded with information to help you build your Stream business. So, guys, I tell you what, that is a knockout promotion right there. It's just incredible to me that a new associate can come into our business and just do their first UN2 and get $1,000 and a brand new Stream custom tablet. What a great way to launch your business into the profit zone and get some cool perks along the way as well. Now, let's look at what that does for you on a residual basis. Remember, the fourth way we earn is called monthly earned income. And here's you with your UN2. All right. So you've got your 5 customers and your 2 associates. And we're showing the 5 because that's our normal compensation plan. So let's just show you what that does by teaching and helping your team to do the same thing. Everyone does their UN2. They 2 associates, 5 customers. Look at what that does for your residual income. That pays out $445 per month in passive residual income. Now, you may be saying, well, that's not a lot of money, $445 a month, but I would submit to you it is on a residual basis. I know Ryan retired from the banking industry, and I bet if you went to your banker tomorrow and said, how much would I have to deposit in your bank to create a passive residual income of $445 a month? You might be surprised to hear them say about $200,000, right? So that kind of puts it in perspective how much money that is on a passive residual basis. But I always like to show if you can do UN2 once, don't you think you could do UN2 twice? Now, we'll leave the customers the same at 5, but we're just saying you sponsor 2 more people. That's you've sponsored 4 associates, gathered your 5 customers, and we're just going to teach and help your team to do the same thing. And I want you to see what that does to your residual income. It takes it from $445 a month to over $11,000 per month in passive residual income. And guys, I'm going to tell you something that got my attention. That is significant passive residual income. I mean, just imagine if you had that type of residual income coming in every month. That's freedom, right? I mean, what I love about this residual income is how often did people pay their electric bill and their wireless bill? Every month, right? We have to pay those bills every month. And so this money is coming in every month, whether I do anything or not. And once you build that residual income, I mean, if that's too much for you, let's just say you have a 50% success rate with that. Let's just say that's almost $6,000 per month in passive residual income. Just imagine, if you could take 6 months off and you had that kind of residual income coming in, whether you worked or not. That's freedom, right? I always say my definition of financial independence is when your residual income exceeds your expenses. That's a great place to be in life when you have a residual income that exceeds your expenses. So let's take it one step further. Let's say you have just a 10% success rate with this. You're a 90% failure, right? That's still over $1,100 per month in passive residual income. Just to start thinking about what would you do with an extra $1,100 per month. So on top of the residual, we also have team customer bonuses. These are paid weekly. There's 5 leadership positions that you can promote to. You heard me mention that regional director position. That's where you just do your UN2 and you're promoted to that regional director and you get that Stream tablet, but you're also paid this $25 leadership bonus to unlimited levels in that organization. For everyone that joins that team that gets qualified, you get a $25 bonus. Well, this is paid all the way up at managing director, it's $100, all the way up to national director, where you can earn $300 per person that joins your national director organization when they get qualified. And you'll see what I love about this is that every promotion level, there are bigger perks that go along with it. At that managing director level, you get a $250 gift card towards a Stream smartphone. At senior director, you win a free cruise from this company. I mean, how great is that? The company takes you on a free cruise. At executive director, you can qualify for that Mercedes-Benz program and start being taken on exotic vacations each and every year. It's just kind of crazy what this company does. And then at national director, you saw those Teslas at the beginning of the presentation, and I love that. Once you promote to national director, the company just hands you keys to a brand new Tesla and take you on even more exotic vacations. So hopefully you can see in this slide right here that the company rewards the people that build successful businesses with our company. And Ryan and I want to help you do that. All right. There's big money here. And what I love about these leadership bonuses is not only are they paid weekly, but these are paid to help you build significant income while you're building that residual income, right? And so that's a great thing over time as you promote to these leadership positions. Now, last thing I want to show you is the next part of our fall leadership drive is these rank advancement bonuses are paid for each of these positions when you promote. So I already showed you the regional director. When you get there, that's a $700 bonus. When you promote to managing director and they give you 90 days to do that, guys, we've got people doing that in 30 days, but when you promote to managing director within your first 90 days, it's a $2,500 bonus. Senior director, a $5,000 bonus. They give you 6 months to do that. And executive director, $10,000 bonus, and they give you a year to get there. And guys, understand this runs all the way through December 31st. Anybody that joins our business, even if they join on the 31st, they still have these time frames to get promoted to these leadership positions and earn those bonuses. And hopefully what you can see is with the team customer bonuses, your income will begin to grow, and that's where the majority of your income will come from. But over time, that monthly earned income, that residual income begins to overtake that bonus income. And man, that is when things are great in your business, when you have a residual income that has exceeded your bonus income. And guys, that's incredible potential there with the Stream compensation plan. So with that, I want Ryan to come back and just kind of close us out tonight and share a little bit of your knowledge and what you see here happening with this leadership drive, Ryan, because I tell you what, it has created extreme momentum in our company. We have people promoting like crazy, people getting these bonuses like crazy, and I'd love for you to share with everybody your perspective and what it means to them for the rest of this year. Oh, hold on, Ryan. I got to unmute you. I had you muted. Give me 1 second. There we go. That'll be better.
Can you hear me now, Steve?
Yeah, that was my bad.
Awesome, no worries at all. Well, guys, you just heard from the very best. I didn't mention it earlier, but when you talk about, obviously, Steve Fisher, the #2 income earner in the company, Stream millionaire, but you talk about someone who's literally written the book. He's also a published author. For those of you that don't know, he's written a book. It's called Residual Millionaire. The book's absolutely amazing. It talks about, guys, the definition of wealth is not how much money you have in the bank. I mean, that's a definition of wealth, but the definition of wealth is having more money coming in on a residual basis than going out. And guys, this is a method, this is a way to earn residual, long-term, passive wealth that comes in even in a down economy. So, I love quotes. You said one earlier, Steve. I really liked it. I have one written down by Abraham Lincoln, and it says that some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it well. What I see in this company right now is that we have a simple, duplicatable system, just like what the presentation says. And since August 1st, we've had, I know for a fact to the company, since August 1st, we've had over 1,200 people promote to the regional director position. If you look on your screens, that $1,000 you see, we've had over 1,200 people since August 1st at least earn that $1,000 check, and we've had it's approaching 100 or passing 100 now managing directors just since August 1st. So what does that tell me? It tells me our simple duplicatable system is absolutely working. We're seeing other states growing. If you look at our leaderboard, some of the top income earners these last few months have been in states where we don't even have energy. So mobile services is really taking off, and I believe that our foothold is there. So after 10 years of being in this business, people always say, "Well, I'm too late. Am I in too late in this thing?" And my answer is, we have plenty of room at the top. We have wealth. We have abundance. We have new territory of all 50 states. And I love Bouncer, our CEO, talking about his belief, his vision of not just 7 billions in 10 years, but let's get another 10 billion in 7 years. Let's move really fast and open up new territory with a new service, and let's be the best at it, guys. I really encourage you to take a serious look at this, because this second run is going to be bigger than the first, and no one better than the one you just heard from, Steve Fisher. Close us out with your closing thoughts on this.
Hey, I agree with you, Ryan. And just to clarify, those 1,200 people were people that started after August 1st of this year. So these promotions are not people that were already in our company. These are all people that joined after August 1st of this year. And so that just shows, man, the new people that are joining the company are really taking action and getting that $1,000, getting promoted, and they're making it happen. And so, what I mentioned earlier is Ryan and I are really teaming up to work with each other to help our teams grow. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff together, a lot of training, some webinars, even meetings, public meetings that we'll be bringing our teams together. But we really want to maximize this opportunity and really take it to the next level and lead the charge. And so we're really appreciative of you guys joining us on here at a short notice. But with that, we're gonna close out this part of the webinar, and I'm gonna kind of transition and go into a quick start training so that you can really know. I know we've got some new people on here that we want to give you a guide really of what do I need to do to really take off, and how do you do this? I think those are some of the questions that people have, and I'll start by and Ryan and I will just kind of bounce off of each other through this training. We'll get through it pretty quick, but we just want to give you a roadmap of, if you're new, here's what you need to do to get started. Now, obviously, this is the enrollment process. I won't spend too much time there, but that's your website, and that's where you'll send your prospects to go join. Make sure that when if you haven't enrolled yet, you want to go, whoever invited you on here, go to their website and make sure it's their website, it's their information up in the top right hand corner, and then you're going to click on Join Stream. Very simple. And once you click on Join Stream, you're just going to fill out this independent associate information. It's basic information. Fill that out and submit it, and then it's going to allow you to go ahead and set up. Once you're signed up as an associate, the first step is to set up your own website. And so you'll just put whatever you want .mystream.com. Now, most people use their name, so you can put your name .mystream.com, or you can be you can think of something else that you want to put there. But as long as it's available, you can use it and get your domain name set up with Stream, and that's where you'll be sending your prospects to get signed up and see all the information. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is become your own first customer. Now, here's what I recommend for my new associates. Get every service with Stream that you can. If you live in an energy state, which is Texas, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and DC. So if you live in one of those areas where you can be an energy customer, then I strongly encourage you to become a Stream Energy customer, and that gives you 1 point. Then if you can switch your mobile service over to Stream and become a Stream mobile customer, do that. if you can become a protective services customer, and I highly recommend you do this in today's world where there's millions, tens of millions of people having their identity stolen. Go ahead and become a platinum protective services customer. That gives you all three. That gives you the identity protection, credit monitoring, and tech support. And that's $29 a month. That actually gives you a customer point. Okay, so you want to get as many customer points yourself as you can. And I always say be a product of the product, right? If you're going to go talk to people about this, you want to be a product of the product and say, hey, I'm on all three of these and I love it, right? And so I encourage all associates to get as many of the services as possible. So getting qualified, here's how it works. As we showed in the presentation, the Stream Marketing System, the website package actually counts as your first 2 customer points, and then you only need to get, during this promotion, 2 more customer points, which you can do through mobile, energy, or protective services, okay? And that's going to make you a qualified director, and it also releases that first $100 bonus. So, Ryan, do you want to kind of go over the point breakdown and how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. As customer points is we have different point value systems for each of the different services we offer, and it's pretty simple. Don't make this too complicated. This chart breaks them down. It's pretty straightforward. An electricity customer is worth 1 point. A Georgia Gas is worth is that worth 1 point? A Georgia Gas, that used to be worth a half a point. A Georgia Gas is worth 1 full point, guys. That's fantastic. That used to be worth a half a point. Obviously, the mobile plans, as long as it's 3 gigabytes or more. If you have a family shared plan, the actual big shared plan itself counts as 1 point. And then as long as the protective services is the platinum. Now, we do offer the silver and the regular protective services, but that does not give you a full point. The silver and the gold would be a half a point. So we encourage you, make sure and get the platinum, because you also get the extra half point, and that helps on the stream qualification side. The half point services, you can see them there. Guys, I'm actually just going to let you look at the screen. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the most important thing that I want to say is when you get somebody in, just like Steve said, it is so important that somebody right out of the gate gets as many services as they can in the area that they can. I live in Austin, Texas. I cannot be my own energy customer. Unfortunately, I have to pay the city of Austin for my electric bill. So when I sat down, the first thing I did was I called 2 people that could be my energy customers in areas that had electricity, because obviously we didn't have protective services then either. But now that we do have them, obviously I have my own protective services. I have the Sprint Unlimited $60 plan, $65 plan with my iPhone 5S. And my wife Lacey has the Sprint 30 megabyte plan that she's on. So we're using as many things as we have. We love it, and it now qualifies us. So it's kind of cool to now have services that we can use, Steve.
Absolutely. And speaking of those plans, guys, here's a breakdown of how it works with mobile as far as the point system goes. So here's an example of a family that's all on individual plans. So they have, the 2 young kids over on the left that have the 3 gigs of data. That counts as a point each, okay? And then mom has the 3 gigs of data. That's another point. And dad has 2 gigs of data. That would be a half point. So in this scenario, this family would have a total of 3.5 points that they would accumulate for just their wireless plans in the home. Now here's another example of the same family on a shared plan. Okay, so in a shared plan, each of the devices counted as a half point, and then they're getting the 10 gig family data plan, and they're all sharing that data. That would be 1 point also. So that comes out to 3 points. So each of the devices counts as a half point, which would be 2 points, and then the 10 gigs of data is 1 point. So that's how the point system works for the mobile. Now, again, here's a breakdown. I don't want to spend too much time here because we went through this in the presentation, but this is just how you get qualified as a regional director. You earn that $1,000 bonus and the brand new Stream Custom tablet. You can do this in your first 30 days. I can tell you guys, I mean, not to put the pressure on you, but we have people doing that in their first week. We have people doing that, in the matter of days. And of course, we have people doing it, whatever, in their first month. But it's certainly something that you can do. And that's what you need to get focused on and get your new associate focused on when they sign up. And one of the things that I do when I sponsor a new associate is I say, come on, we can knock this out quick. The quicker you get your $1,000, that's going to be your story, right? And that's what you're able to tell people for the rest of your career with Stream. That, just imagine if you got your first, you did this U2 in your first week, and you're able to tell people for the rest of the time, for the rest of your career, I made $1,000 in my first week. That's a great story. And that's something you want to get focused on. And I found that if I help my new associates get focused on getting off to a great start, and I let them know they can do it, and I say, come on, let's go do this, then they normally will take the action, the necessary action to go make it happen. But if you don't say anything, what happens? Life gets in the way, right? People get signed up, and if they don't have a plan, if they don't have a game plan, and they're not focused on what they need to do immediately to get their business off to a great start, then all of a sudden, I'm telling you, 30 days is gone, and they haven't even done anything. And you don't want to do that with your new associates. You want to help them get focused, get off to a great start, go get that $1,000 so that they can tell that story, so that everyone they talk to from that point on, they're able to say, man, I got in, I did my U2, and I made $1,000 in my first week. And that's a great story. So with that, Ryan, why don't you talk about the saying?
Hey, Steve, let me throw one more thing in. I think this is a really, really, and a really incredibly strong, in a business of duplication. What's so incredible about that $1,000 check is you've done the two things that Stream asks you to do. You've signed up associates, you've gotten customers, but when that $1,000 check comes, your belief factor is directly tied to the size of your check. I once was told, Randy Hedge, one of the number 4 income earner in the company, said your belief factor is directly tied. I mean, imagine the bigger the check you have, obviously your belief's going to go through the roof. And if a new person can get a $1,000 check in their hand quickly, what also you're teaching is you turn around and ask them, can you show 2 people how to get that $1,000 just like you did? And if you can teach that, what you just did, that's how you start the building blocks of promoting. And so, not only just getting the money, you're teaching the networking side, how to build a team, and you're creating that momentum factor. It's just such a strong thing to do, is get that $1,000 as fast as possible.
Absolutely. Ryan, keep going and talk about, the why and how important that is that they establish that in the beginning.
Well, at the very beginning, I'll just be honest with you. Some people get in this business and they think it's one of those fly-by-night networking things. It's something I can do part-time. Some people think it's a lottery ticket that you're just you sponsor people, and it's one of those pyramids. You pay money, and the more people you get, the more money you make. I mean, you got a lot of misconceptions out there. But when you get in the business, I'll just tell you, it's going to be hard. People are going to tell you you're crazy. It's not going to work, and you really have to understand why you're doing this business in the beginning. I mean, I can share you without any clear cut. I signed up at the beginning, but I didn't really want to do it, and I was really working as hard as I possibly could at the bank. I was number 2 in the entire bank in the state in what I was doing, and I couldn't get a raise. And I was really frustrated that I didn't have a vehicle. And what I loved about Stream the most was there is no ceiling on how much you can make in this business. And for me, getting paid on what the production you're producing is very, very attractive to me. And being able to create my own income as much as I wanted to, or as little as I could, was very attractive to me. And that was my personal why, is I can get more if I produce more. And that's something that no one else had been able to offer me up until that point. But guys, I've seen single parents where they're working 3 different jobs, and I asked, this is a true story, I sat down with this one woman, and I said, why are you doing this business? What is your reason behind this? And she said, well, I'm working 3 different jobs, and if I can make just an extra $250 a month, it's the difference in going to my 3rd job or not with my kids at home. And that just really shook me in a place where it's not just about income anymore. It's about that mother wanting to be at home with her children. And you will act differently, you will talk to people differently, and you'll have more of a posture. Even if you're a little bit less knowledgeable, you'll go out and speak with confidence because you have a reason bigger than your problems. And it's so important to know why you're doing this business before you start.
I agree, Ryan. And I think one thing that I like to point out to people is just the aspect of retirement. And I'm at a different age, I guess, where you start getting to this certain age, you start really thinking about that a lot more. And one of the biggest fears that people have about retirement and in their retirement years is, have they saved enough money to last? Or are they gonna outlive their money, right? And when I show people how to use this business as a retirement plan, to where, what if you didn't have to worry about saving up a huge nest egg? What if you could just build a residual income, that if you have a residual income coming in that's 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month, um, what would that do for you in retirement? I can tell you, I've watched it firsthand with my parents, Ryan, and my dad was a missionary for many years, and a pastor for many years, and never had a ton of money. And so when I got started in this business, I put my parents in the business, and wanted to help them build a stream business and help them build a residual income that would help them during their retirement years. And I actually put my sister under my parents when I sponsored her in the business. And a lot of people know my sister Susan is now one of the top income earners in the company. She is, 20,000 people on her team, and they're all under my parents. And it totally changed my parents' life from a retirement perspective, because now they have this huge residual income that comes in every month that helps them, do what they want to do during their retirement years. And I got to tell you, it would have been a different picture. It would have been a totally different picture if they didn't have that stream income coming in. And so it's just, you got to get people to start thinking about, why am I doing this business? Because once you establish why you're doing it, then that helps you overcome all the inevitable obstacles that will get in your way, because you've established where you're going. You've determined what you want to accomplish with the business, and that's everything. I mean, once you establish that, then you can get going and overcome. So next we have the contact list, and this is so important. So many people don't do this, and I think it's a tremendous mistake. You've got to take that Streamway that comes in your kit. Inside of that Streamway, there is this contact list you'll see, and you can fill it in, and you want to write down everyone that you can think of. I always say, if you're not working from a list, you're not working. You've got to put this list together, put down everyone that you can think of. And then what we want to do is we want to qualify that list. So everyone on your list that has credibility and influence. If you know they're a person that has credibility and influence, I want you to put a check mark next to their name, all right? Or right next to, we've got a spot for you there. You can see it on that Streamway contact list. We've already got everything for you. So just put a check mark there if they're credible and influential. Next, if they have a positive attitude, if they're success-minded, put a check mark next to their name. And guys, I'm going to tell you, it's so important that you go after the right people here. Don't chase negative people. You want to get success-minded, positive people. Next, if they are financially motivated, if they're entrepreneurial, if they like to make money, put a check mark next to their name. And I'm going to tell you something, guys, that what I found is the more money they make, the more they like to make money, right? So if you know they're a person like that, put a check mark next to their name. And then last but not least, if you know they have $375, put a check mark next to their name. Now, why is that important? Well, because you don't want to go spend an hour with someone only to hear them say, this is great, but I don't have $375, right? You could have had them come to a webinar like this, or plugged into a public meeting where you're not giving up your one-on-one personal time only to find out they don't have the money. So if you know they have the money, put a check mark next to their name. And here's what I do with all my new associates. I say, okay, everyone on your list that has 4 check marks next to their name, in other words, they meet all 4 of those criteria, we want to go meet with them first. because here's what I want. I want to get my new associate off to a great start. And that's how you do it. You qualify that list. Now, Ryan, why don't you take over and talk about the invitation and how do we, once we've got that list qualified, now we're going to start contacting people. How do you do that?
The invitation is by far is the most important thing that by far the most important thing that I think that a new person can either do well or completely mess up. And there's only one way you can completely mess it up. There's only one thing you can do wrong. So if you have to write it in marker on your forehead, your job is to give the invitation, not the presentation. The presentation is the speaker's job. It's the meeting's job. It's the DVD's job. It's the video's job. It's whatever you're doing to set the appointment. But the first phone call the goal is just to set the appointment. And guys, I love what Steve just said about thinking about who do you want to call on that list. And I just have to think about one thing. If you're on vacation, you're in Hawaii, imagine you're on the beaches of Hawaii and you're laying there and you want to be completely stress-free. Who do you want running your business while you're gone? Do you want broke, lazy friend that needs it, that you might want to take this to because they're unemployed and they needs it, and as humans we want to help people? Or while you're laying on the beach over in Hawaii, do you want successful business owner that's always everything he's touched, he or she has always done well in, they take pride in who they are, they own different businesses, they work hard at what they do, they have successful friends, they have influence when they go out, and they're credible people. Guys, these are the ones that you want to partner with because they're the ones who are going to be running your business when you're gone, when you're there. And guys, how do you talk to them? When you call, you set an appointment, and you say, Bob, I've been watching you for a lot of years, and I really respect the way you've run your businesses. You've always made money what you do, and I've just got involved with a business, a $7 billion company that's teaching people how to make passive residual wealth as a secondary stream of income, and I would just love your opinion on it. Set the appointment that takes less than a minute to say. Avoid the valley of death. What's the valley of death? Hey guys, the valley of death is if you get caught trying to say the presentation. When someone says, what is it? How does it work? And you try to start explaining, oh, you just need 2 people, you do this, and customers. Guys, you don't want to be explaining anything. If they say, how does it work, you say, that's why I want you to see the video, watch the presentation, or set the appointment for 30 minutes. But don't get caught up in trying to explain what it is. If they can't watch a 30-minute video, then it's really not worth your time in the first place. So inviting skills, what to say and what and how you say it, enthusiasm, posture, sense of urgency. Guys, when some people, we have a saying in Stream, it's called ignorance on fire. When people get excited, and it's not so much what they're saying, it's just about, guys, I just saw this presentation and we can make money together, and I want you to see what I saw. So when can you have 30 minutes to go with me to see this presentation? It's important that you have a sense of posture. It's a lot of new people that we see. A common thread I'll hear is, well, I haven't made any money yet, so I really don't feel credible. Well, guys, it has nothing to do with how much money you've made. If you're a brand new real estate and haven't sold a house, of course you haven't made any money, but that doesn't mean there isn't money to be made in real estate. Guys, we've done $7 billion. Stream has won every award possible. I think it's important to note that last quarter, Stream we got an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. That is as credible as it is. So when you call and talk to people, your posture is confident. You're partnering with the best of the best. We've been around the block. We've made $7 billion. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Come check us out and tell me what you think, if it's the right vehicle for you. So inviting guys, just remember, master the invitation and you master the business. You don't ever have to give a business presentation in this, ever. All you have to do is get people. I noticed there's people watching this webinar right now. I know for a fact that in several different states, just looking at some of the names. Why do I say that? You can build this business from anywhere in the country if you will just master getting someone on this presentation right here that you're watching right now. And guys, if you can get people on here, you can literally build the business from your pajamas at home. It's kind of fun. But Steve, I would say that's probably the most important thing in this business, is getting someone in front of 100% of the information to make an educated decision. And then at that point, it shouldn't stress you out because it's not in your hands. At that point, it's up to them whether they want to join or not.
And Ryan, I tell you what, I mean, this really wraps up the entire business right here. This is all the training that anyone needs, because that statement says it all. If you master the invitation, you master the business. And it's about getting good at getting people to look. And then it's about going through the numbers and taking that action and going out and having a focus on personal recruiting. So you be the leader of your team by going out there and setting the pace and going and recruiting people personally and building that team. I always give the example, if sponsor, let's say 15 people, right? And you hit a leader, that leader is front line to you. And I can tell you firsthand, when you have a leader front line to you in this business, they make you so much money over time because of the way our compensation plan is set up, and how that 5-level payout works. Having a leader front line to you is so important. And so you've really got to go through the numbers to not only recruit people in your business, but not to scare you or shock you, but you may recruit some people in your business that don't do anything. Now, I know Ryan and I don't have to deal with that, right, Ryan? We've never recruited anybody that's done nothing. But you're going to have some people that join your business and don't do anything. And you know what? That's you're never going to fix that. You're never going to change that. It happens to all of us. It's part of the deal. But you got to go through the numbers to find leaders. And you want to go find those right people that join your business and explode your team. I mean, I would love, Ryan, I would love to have you front line to me in my national director code. I mean,
Well, Steve, the joke that they always say and that we've always heard is you don't have to be the executive director. You just want to sponsor the executive director. And guys, I really take that to heart. And networking with is profit. The wider you go, the more people you have on your front line, the more people you're going to have on that fifth line, which is where the highest residual is of all the customers. So the wider you go at the beginning, some will be duds, some will be winners, some will be guys, but the law of averages is just the more you can put in. And how do you put a lot in? You gotta get the eyes. The person in this business that has heard no more than anyone else in stream. The answer is Presley. Number one money earner, has probably done more presentations in front of more people and gotten more no's, but that also means he's gotten more yeses. And if you will just get good at what Steve just said, is getting this information, all of it, in front of your prospects, you will find out people will sign up with or without me or you.
right. And guys, we'll close with this tonight because we're running a little late. But here's exactly what I encourage my team to do. Get people to watch the videos and then do a 3-way call with the upline leader or someone that relates to their prospect. It may not even be your upline leader. It may be someone else in the business that relates to your prospect. But if you will get them in front of 100% of the information and then do a 3-way call with a third-party person that brings that third-party credibility into play, then I'm going to tell you that's the key, because what that does is anyone can do that. That's a duplicatable model, because anyone can watch a video and anyone can make a phone call and get a third-party person on the line. And what I like to do is actually text the prospect the video, because that phone, you'll notice when you go out to a restaurant these days, everybody's looking at their phone, right? And that's their space. I mean, you've got to be able to get into that space. And the best way to get into that space is to have something pop up on that phone. And if I can text them a link to a video and it pops up on their phone, all of a sudden they're watching my video, right? And so that's what I want to encourage you to do is start texting those video links to people and say, hey, watch this video, and then I'm going to get you on the phone with one of the top earners in our company, and we're going to help you build your team. And that's the way you do this business. So Ryan, if you have any closing thoughts on that, share those, and then we'll go ahead and close out the training and let everybody get back to working.
My closing thought is this, without any question, hesitation, or doubt at all. I believe with all my heart this second run, this next 10 years. In December, I will have been in the company 10 years. We opened 6 months prior to that. So the company's been open almost 11 years. But I believe that adding mobile phones, now that we are, I mean, it happens in every market. It takes a little while for us to work the kinks out and to really understand. I mean, we're combining not one, not two, but three separate billion-dollar companies, Sprint, AT&T, and T, and Stream, coming together to partner to cover the United States. It's more complex. So it's going to take us a little while to get the kinks out. But now that our machine is up and running, I predict, I am confident, I have no doubt that the next 10 years we will blow the last 10 years out of the water. And I predict we will have, I can't wait till we have a fleet of 100 Teslas out there, Steve. It's going to be fun. But thank you so much for partnering and doing this, Steve. You are a leader's leader, and it's been awesome. And I can't wait till our next one together. And with that, I give it back to you.
Hey, thank you too, Ryan, for being on with me. And guys, again, you were part of a special group that was invited on this webinar tonight. Ryan and I did not send these to our entire team. We only sent it to a select group of people on our teams, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're going to continue working to help this group of people build their businesses. And so we want you to know, this is as special for you as it is for us, and we look forward to this partnership. And the main thing is to take action. I heard we'll end with this quote, but I heard a quote that said, "Clarity comes from action." And I love that. You want clarity in your life? Go take action. And I'll tell you, if you'll take action in this business, you'll start seeing that, hey, this will work. I've just got to get people in front of this information. I got to take that massive action and get as many people in front of it as possible till I find that leader that explodes my business. And so we want to help you do that. Thanks for joining us tonight. I did record this, and we're going to post it on Ryan's website and on my website as well, and we'll let you know the links once we get it loaded up, edited and loaded up. And we appreciate you being on with us tonight.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much, Steve. Good night, everybody.